She was sitting there with boils in her hair, about 2 chairs down from me, talking about a boy in a Tacoma, how he went and picked her up on a date Friday last week. Funny how that day he said he was working late and he didn't make it home till 3. Well, I ain't an eavesdropper, but I heard his name drop, and now I'm crying and it ain't the bleach. Safe to say I've had better days sitting here at the hair salon. He always said that he likes brunettes, well I guess those days are gone. Sneak around with girls with golden curls, should have seen it all along. What a way to find out he's going blonde. Oh, we should have known better than to try to be clever, cause this town's way too small. Big hair's full of secrets, but here we don't keep them, cause us girls love to talk. When I start being honest, she'll have more to process than the platinum on her head. And when I get home, he's getting cut off quicker than these dead ends. Safe to say I've had better days sitting here at the hair salon. He always said that he likes brunettes, well I guess those days are gone. Sneak around with girls with golden curls, should have seen it all along. What a way to find out he's going blonde. Word gets around, he should have known, just like the roots are gonna do. True colors always show. Safe to say I've had better days sitting here at the hair salon. He always said that he likes brunettes, well I guess those days are gone. He went from being my everything to just another cheating song. What a way to find out he's gonna find himself on the street and have to give me back my spare key and find somewhere new to sleep. Oh, what a way to find out he's going blonde.
Hi, in this video I'm going to go over the dance called Going Blonde. This is a 32 count 2-wall dance. There are no restarts, but there's one easy tag at the end of wall 5. I also want to comment that this is a mostly syncopated dance, but the pace is not so fast that you can't keep up at a beginner level. But the syncopation, again, remember, is just that we have the and count, and we usually have a step or a foot movement on that and count. All right, let's get started. So if we're going to face the front wall or 12 o'clock, now remember it's a 2-wall dance, so you're always starting on either the 12 o'clock, wall 1, front wall, or the back wall, which is 6 o'clock. Okay, so section 1. The dance starts with your weight on your left. We're going to do 2 toe struts. The first one is to the right side, or a little bit to the side. The second one's with your left foot, and you're going to cross over. Then you're going to do a side rock cross, so rock, recover, cross. We're going to mirror those steps and do a toe struts with your left leading, first to the side, then a cross over, and another side rock cross. Okay, so do that with me. Weights on your left. 5, 6, 7, 8. Toe strut, side rock cross, toe strut, side rock cross. All right, let's do that with the count. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. All right, let's go on to section 2. We ended that first section with our weight on our left. We did that cross. Okay, we're going to do, it wasn't described as a rumba box. I'm just going to tell you that's what it feels like to me. But we're going to add a turn in each one at the end of each box. So what happens is, with our weight on our left, we start by going right together, back. Then we're going to go left together. That's what I mean. It feels like a rumba box. But on that very last step, we make a quarter turn left. onto your left foot. We just do 2 of those. This is how we get to the back wall, or wall 2. So you're going to do another one, right together, back, left together, turn. Okay, that gets us facing 6 o'clock. Okay, again, from section 1, weight is on your left. We're going to start this box. All right, here we go. So 5, 6, 7, 8, right together, back, left together, turn, right together, back, left together, turn. Okay, this time with the count. Again, weights on my left. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. All right, halfway done. So let's put those 2 sections together. We're going to do it first with the words. Remember, this is a start with a toe struts. Okay, weights on your left. 5, 6, 7, 8. Toe strut, side rock, cross. Toe strut, side rock, cross. Right together, back. Left together, turn. Right together, back. Left together, turn. Okay, this time with the count. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. All right, that brings us to section 3. Section 3 is going to be a forward mambo leading with your right foot, which is a rock recover step. 3 steps back, so you're going to be a left, right, left. We do a right leading coaster, back together, forward, then 3 steps forward, left, right, left. Okay, so I'm going to do it once facing the camera, and then I'm going to turn around just so you can see the back, all right? So let me just go through one time with the words facing the camera, and then I'll turn it around and do the words and the count. All right, again, you would have made that end of that box with a quarter left turn landing on your left foot. And so we're going to start with a right forward mambo. So 5, 6, 7, 8, mambo step, back, 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 coaster step, walk, walk, walk. Okay, now let me turn around so you have a better viewpoint. Weight is on your left. We're going to do a mambo. So 5, 6, 7, 8, mambo step, back, left, right, left, coaster step, forward, left, right, left. All right, this time with the count. Weights on my left. 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. All right, we are 3/4 of the way done, so let's add that to the beginning. Start from the top, first with the words. We start with those toe struts. Weights on my left. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and toe strut, side rock, cross. Toe strut, side rock, cross. Right together, back. Left together, turn. Right together, back. Left together, turn. Mambo step. Back, left, right, left. Coaster step. Forward, left, right, left. All right, let's do that with the count. All right, facing the front. Weights on my left. Start with the toe struts. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. All right, last section, all right? We're gonna do 2 toe heel stomps. So first with your right, then with your left. We're gonna end with a jazz box, nice, easy jazz box, cross at the end of that jazz box. There's no turn involved at all. All right, so what happens is it looks like this. Okay, I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna face the front, or face the camera, I'm sorry, and then I'm gonna turn around so that you can see it from the other viewpoint. All right, so the toe heel step or stomp is, of course, when you turn your knee in, okay, and bring your toe down. And then, so it's toe heel stomp, right? Because you twist it first into the toe, then out to the heel, stomp down. We do that with the right and then the left. So it's toe heel step, jazz box, cross, back, side, cross. And it's not a syncopated jazz box, so we actually get to slow down a little bit there. Okay, so here's what it looks like from this viewpoint. With your weight on your left, we start with that right toe heel stomp. So 5, 6, 7, 8, toe heel stomp, and cross, back, side, cross. And of course, that was the jazz box. All right, this is what it's like with the count, section 4. Weights on your left, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and of course, if you're not comfortable crossing at the end of that jazz box, you can always just bring your foot to meet your left foot to meet your right, okay? All right, that is the whole dance. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna face the front and we're gonna do both walls, all right? I'm gonna do it first with the words and then I'm gonna do it with the count. And then we have one last thing to talk about and that'll be the tag. All right, so here we go with the words, both walls. Here we go. So 5, 6, 7, 8, toe strut, side rock, cross, toe strut, side rock, cross, right together, back, left together, turn, right together, back, left together, turn, mambo step, back, left, right, left, coaster step, forward, left, right, left, toe, heel, stomp, and jazz, box, side, cross, toe strut, side rock, cross, toe strut, side rock, cross, right together, back, left together, turn, right together, back, left together, turn, mambo step, back, left, right, left, coaster step, forward, left, right, left, toe, heel, stomp, and jazz, box, side, cross. So I'd like to go through this now, both walls again, with just the count. Alrighty, weights on your left. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we did both walls, words and counts. We have one last thing to talk about. There is a 4-count tag at the end of wall 5. So the end of wall 5 is going to happen when you start facing 12 o'clock for the 3rd time. And of course, it'll be the end of that wall, so you will have been already made that turn to the back wall. So you'll do the tag facing 6 o'clock, okay? But you start, it comes off the wall that you start on the front for the 3rd time. All right, the tag as choreographed, so we would have finished a jazz box, okay, with a cross, so our weight would be on our left. So the actual tag is to cross your right foot in front, and then you use that to unwind, okay? You make a turn, a half turn to your left, and you've got four whole counts to do that. The music changes here. It slows down and actually kind of drifts out. So, and you've got, it's not a fast turn. There's a good amount of time to do that tag. All right, so again, your weight would be on your left when you finish that jazz box. The tag is to cross, unwind, okay? 4 counts, 4 long counts. All right, so the count would be like this. Weight would be on your left. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if that unwind, that cross unwind is just not working for you, okay, you would have done that jazz box, okay? And again, your weight would be on your left as well. All we're gonna do is take 4 steps and we're gonna turn left. Okay, we're going to turn left, and again, you have a long time to do this. So if you were going to not cross and unwind, you'd start with, and maybe in fact you don't even do the jazz box cross. Either way, your weight would be on your left. Okay, that's how we end the dance. And then we're gonna turn half a turn to get to that back wall in 4 counts. So it would go like this, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you would wanna do it right, left, right, left. That way you end on your left and your right foot is ready to go for the start of the dance again. Okay, so we just do that, like I said, at the end of wall 5. You'll be facing 6 o'clock. So let me just show you what it looks like facing, I'm now facing 6 o'clock. And of course, that's where the camera is. So I'll just show you what that looks like. I'm gonna do the jazz box first, okay? So it goes like this, 6, 7, 8, cross, back, side, cross, cross, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so as your right foot, your cross foot, that's helping to push you around and you're twisting on your left foot. And of course, you want to end that turn when you get halfway around with your weight on your left. Okay, from this angle, if I'm not doing the cross and unwind, okay, I'm going to do just a plain jazz box and then 4 steps to get around. So 5, 6, 7, 8, jazz box, side together, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, this will be clearly labeled in the demo video. So again, pretty easy tag. The music is totally different. So you kind of don't have a choice but to insert something other than the normal dance choreography. All right, that's it for this teach. Hope you found this helpful and I'll see you next time.